Hey guys, I think I'm a genius. I don't think anyone else has noticed this but me. But I think Last of Us 2 is one of the most divisive games in recent time. Like, hear me out. I think the internet is split on this one. And there are camps of people who are willing to shit on this game with every fiber of their being. And there are people who are willing to deep throat this game and defend every decision. And then, like, Naughty Dog took their families hostage for something. This game is not perfect. But I feel like to say it's simply trash is not only disingenuous, but also bullshit. For me, like, I feel like you can have your own opinion, right? And I respect that. But I actually enjoyed this game. And so I want to discuss why I love it and why I believe it deserves Game of the Year. And I feel like I need to start off with talking about the graphics and sound design. And I feel like you can disagree with this. The game is gorgeous. Easily one of the best looking games on the PS4. The character models look so good, and I got itchy when I saw some of the clickers and shamblers, especially the Rat King, thus convincing me the 3D modelers and art designers were on crack while making this game. Seriously though, like, they had to be on something. How you designed that fucking thing and not be on some kind of drug, I don't know. That shit was crazy though. Like, honestly, I was really disgusting. Which means they did a really good job on conveying that disgust. Oh my goodness, that thing was a fucking monster. Holy shit. The sound design was also really good as well and really helped immerse you within the world. You know, it's not the same, tier as Just Dance, but it's pretty respectable regardless. It's like a second place. And the voice actors did an incredible job in this game, and definitely no way deserving of death threats. Just saying, internet. Just saying. The gameplay was also a lot more refined than the original, and the new skill upgrade system made it more fun for me. I love the more customizable options in the combat, from being able to put scopes on different guns to the different toggle options. It made the game feel more personalized, and I don't know, I just found it was fun. Especially Abby's weapons, like the weapons she can use, I found it really cool. The crossbow was really useful. I love the AR. Be able to toggle burst and on and off, having a scope as well. It was kind of like a Swiss Army knife of guns when I was using it, which I really liked. These guns really made me feel like I was in The Last of Us, it made me feel like it. It made me feel like it. I hope they expand on these options a little bit more in the future. And this is why a few times they implement concepts such as affecting human encounters, because those were so cool. And being able to get them to fight each other, especially the first time that happened, right? Where I just threw a bottle to got the clickers to chase everyone. I just camped until they all died, and then I just killed all the clickers. It was fun. I wish there was more of that, and also implement in more creative ways. It's like in the game they had those two clickers in the chain and a walker, but it's just not the same because they died immediately. All it was a distraction. But I don't know. Overall, it wasn't a deal breaker though. I found the gameplay otherwise was pretty fantastic. I just felt like that's something I had to mention. And let's talk about something I know we'll disagree on, which was the story. I enjoyed the story. Wow.
Well, we can enjoy the story. I really hate the story though. I didn't think anyone can enjoy it.
Because apparently the human race isn't a hive mind. Believe it or not. It's possible for someone to have a different opinion. And story was great. It's not perfect. I'm not gonna pretend it's perfect, but I was engaged throughout it. The whole thing, and I think that's important within a story. And now I want to give a disclaimer. I was spoiled in regards to the story before I played. I knew I was going to play as Abby later in the game, and when I wasn't told about Joel's death, I expected it due to my friends' reactions. I was also told that this was going to be the worst game ever, like Bubsy 3D levels of bad. Even worse. It's like, it's like fucking Knack levels of bad. Yeah, I said it. Knack is bad. Wow, I'm such a, evil person. Oh my goodness, gotta love Knack. I should make Knack 3D instead of Knack 3, Knack 3D. And if it's not in 3D though, and it's already 3D, you just say that. And you know, be dumb and hilarious. Now, screw Gran Turismo, just have Knack to demonstrate PS5's capabilities. I really think we need that next gen Knack game. I'm just saying. You know, Knack 3, Knack. I'm talking about Last of Us, okay? Even though after I hear so much negativity about the game, I played regardless, and I was able to enjoy it due to my expectations and hearing from certain information about the game. They were lowered, and I was able to be more open-minded and willing to give Abby a chance if she was half the game. I understand that everyone will come with that same mindset, thus what off a lot of decisions in the game. But for me, I was able to enjoy it regardless. I love the fact how they talk about like Last of Us Part 2 was all about hatred, which is ironic because it's not only for the characters who experience a lot of hatred, but also the audience as well. I feel like this is like the most hated Naughty Dog game ever, which is hilarious to me. I feel like they were a little too good when it comes to the hatred stuff, you know? They made us hate Abby a little too much. Because then everyone's like angry. It's like for me, I came in with like chill expectations. So I like, okay, even for me, that was like really hard. Actually, no. I thought that was heat though. I thought it was heat when they made you try to kill Ellie. I'm like, yo, they really went there. I'm interested. I'm all for this. But then I had a hard time listening to her first, because then I got attached to Abby. I don't know, I think it's also because everyone hated her, and I heard everyone hated her, so I don't know, so I kind of felt bad for Abby's character. Maybe that was why, because then I became more sympathetic for her. I don't know, but yeah, I thought that was hilarious. And also Joel's death. Controversial opinion here, you know, this is going to be, you know, even worse than political opinions. It's just the most controversial opinion you'll ever hear. I thought Joel's death was beautifully done. Yeah, I said that. It was gut-wrenching and visceral, but it was still good. I loved it, and it was amazing. I usually don't give a fuck when a character dies in like stories in media, from One Piece to Naruto to Marvel movies, any movies in general. Only other stories that were able to shake me up as much as this scene, were the Eclipse scene, Berserk, were Red Wedding, and the Game of Thrones. So yeah, I mean, this is like going to be the most iconic, memorable character death in like a long time, and I really do appreciate Naughty Dog for, I guess, being bold, right? I don't have a problem with how Joel died. I felt like it was believable. You know, he became more trusting. I would have liked them to show more instances of Joel's character over time, like before he was killed, so like we were able to understand, like, oh, he's more trusting now, as a more trusting person. That's why, I don't know, but I don't think it's like stupid. It's like, impossible. How can Joel make a mistake? How could he die? He's not invincible. He's not immortal. It's fine. If they have to stretch it a little, it created so many opportunities in the story, which I appreciated. And yeah, I love those bold moves. Keep me surprised. I knew Joel was going to die. It was so obvious, but I still was surprised. Like that scene was great. That scene is great. That's a great. But yeah, I also like the characters. The actors popped off bringing these characters to life. In my opinion, carried a lot of scenes, and even the more questionable writing. You know, we all are aware about the magic bullet that hit Tommy. The honesty should have been dead. That is a fault in the game. I can't even hold it. I can't even cap. Like, that is a serious plot hole. But I feel like how the actors just carried it, though. They carried the story, and like, even so, like, they made it so interesting that I didn't even mind a lot of the plot holes, because they were all talented and amazing. And so yeah, also I want to mention that, is there anyone who played through the DLC coming to me about the game being trash? I don't know, man. I don't know. I can. I don't know if I can take you seriously, dude, because that's peak Last of Us material. I like that scene. I feel like that's just the greatest scene in any Last of Us game. I think that's just one of the greatest. Like, I don't know. I just like those interactions. I understand how people want kind of like that, you know, more wholesome. Not really wholesome, right? But it's like, I don't know. Because, like, common complaint I hear about the game is that Naughty Dog is trying to torment you, right? Naughty Dog is trying to torment the player and make them miserable. And I do agree they're doing that to a certain extent, especially making you play as Abby trying to kill Ellie and vice versa. I understand why people hate that, but for me, as a depressed and lonely teenager, miserable is my middle name, and as much as it is painful, I don't think these things made the game bad per se. In fact, I thought it was fucking heat and bold, and doesn't put respect for Naughty Dog for it. Maybe I'm the crazy one. Maybe I'm deranged. Maybe I'm a psychopath. But I enjoyed it. No, I don't want to say enjoyed. I appreciated the scene. And I'll be honest, I kind of lost respect for people who call this game trash. Like, look at the graphics, look at the character models, listen to the OST, listen to the voice acting. Have you tried the gameplay? Same as the first one, but more refined and engaging. You can say the story's trash. And I that's your opinion. I disagree, but I do believe there is a solid argument for not liking the story. But I doubt your credibility if you say the whole game is trash. It's fine you want to return it. It's fine that you thought it was a waste of your time. But just to say there's no effort put into it, to say there's no redeeming qualities to it, I don't know. I think that's bullshit, in my opinion. Well, I'm committed to greatest sin on the internet. And like Last of Us 2, nothing worse. No action by mankind is worse than liking Last of Us 2. So I guess you can just put me in the lowest echelons of humanity, you know? The lowest tier on the caste system. But I believe it's there's ever any game in the year because, dude, how fun engaging it was. And there's no other game I played this year. Keyword I played this year, that came out this year, has a plot this interesting, right? Last of Us 2 is no masterpiece, and it's fine you don't like it, but I enjoyed it and we'll give it a 9 out of 10. It's a great game. And yeah, it's fine you disagree with me, but you know, we all have our own opinions, and to be honest, I would like to hear yours in the comment section. But don't be an asshole. Like, don't go like, this is, you know, those scenes that you liked, I didn't like them. Therefore, I'm going to write like 1,000 words explaining why I think you shouldn't like them either. And like, you do that corny shit, don't. That's annoying. It's just like, I like the stuff that you don't like. That's fine. We're completely different people. You know, we shouldn't be a hive mind like, oh, we all like the same things. Like, no, like, you like what you like, I like what I like, alright? You can say, yeah, that's it, you didn't like that, but glad you did. I'll be like, okay, thank you. But that's really it. Like, subscribe if you like the video and you want to subscribe. I have 0 subscribers, you know. I mean, I've only been making videos for like a month, so like, I shouldn't be hasty, you know, but I will appreciate it, you know, be the first one. You know, I don't know what else I'm going to say, so that's about it. Adios.